Welcome to our channel, Elevate English. Today, we begin a new story. It is a story from the famous detective Sherlock Holmes. It is a story about a missing necklace. It is a story about secrets and lies. It is a story about a mystery that needs to be solved. My name is Dr. John Watson. I am a doctor. I am also a writer. I write about the cases of my friend, Sherlock Holmes. He is the greatest detective in the world. He can solve any mystery. He can find any criminal. He sees things that others do not see. He thinks in ways that others do not think. Today, I will tell you about a case from our files. It happened many years ago, but I remember it well. It was a cold autumn morning in London. The fog was thick. The streets were wet. It was the kind of day that makes you want to stay inside. I was sitting in our apartment at 221B Baker Street. I was reading the newspaper. Holmes was sitting in his chair. He was playing his violin. He played beautiful music. It was soft and sad. Suddenly, the doorbell rang. Holmes stopped playing. He looked at me. He said, "A visitor, Watson, and it is someone important." The doorbell rings with urgency. I put down my newspaper. I walked to the door. I opened it. A man was standing there. He was tall. He was well dressed. He was wearing an expensive coat. He looked rich, but he also looked worried. The man said, "Is this the home of Mr. Sherlock Holmes?" I said, "Yes, it is. Please come in." He entered the room. He walked to Holmes. He said, "Mr. Holmes, I need your help. It is urgent. Something terrible has happened." Holmes put down his violin. He looked at the man with his sharp eyes. He said, "Please sit down. Tell me your story. Do not leave anything out. Every detail is important." The man sat down. He took a deep breath. He said, "My name is Lord Harrington. I am a wealthy man. I live in a big house outside London. Last night, something terrible happened. Someone stole my wife's necklace. It is very valuable. It is worth a lot of money. It is a family heirloom. It has been in my family for generations." Holmes said, "Tell me about the necklace. What does it look like?" Lord Harrington said, "It is made of diamonds. There are 50 beautiful diamonds. They are set in white gold. In the middle, there is a large blue sapphire. The sapphire is the most valuable part. It is very rare. It is very special. My wife loves that necklace. She wears it on special occasions. She is very upset." Holmes said, "I understand. Now, tell me about last night. What happened?" Lord Harrington said, "Last night, we had a party. There were many guests. We had dinner. We had music. We had dancing. Everyone was having a good time. My wife was wearing the necklace. She looked beautiful." Holmes said, "Who was at the party? Were there many people?" Lord Harrington said, "Yes, there were about 20 guests. They were all friends and family. I trust all of them. They are good people. But someone must have taken the necklace." Holmes said, "Tell me about the end of the evening. When did you discover the necklace was missing?" Lord Harrington said, "After the party ended. All the guests left. My wife went to her bedroom. She wanted to take off the necklace. She touched her neck. The necklace was not there. She started screaming. She was very upset. She came to me. She said, 'The necklace is gone.' We looked everywhere. We could not find it. The necklace had disappeared." Holmes said, "Did you see anyone near your wife that night? Anyone who acted strangely?" Lord Harrington thought for a moment. He said, "There was one person. His name is Mr. Blackwood. He is my business partner. He is a good friend. But he acted a little strange. He was nervous. He was sweating. He seemed uncomfortable." Holmes said, "Interesting. Tell me more about Mr. Blackwood." Lord Harrington said, "He is a smart man. He works in finance. He has a good job. He has a family. He is well respected. But lately, he has been having money problems. He made some bad investments. He lost a lot of money." Holmes said, "A man with money problems. A man who was nervous at the party. This is interesting. But we need more information. We should not accuse anyone too quickly. We need to investigate." Lord Harrington said, "Please, Mr. Holmes, you must help me. I will pay you anything. Please find my wife's necklace." Holmes stood up. He walked to his desk. He took out his notebook. He said, "I will take the case, Lord Harrington. I will find the necklace. I always find the truth. But I need to see the crime scene. I need to see the place where the necklace was taken." Lord Harrington said, "Of course. Please come to my house today. I will show you everything. I will introduce you to my staff. You can talk to anyone. You can search anywhere." Holmes said, "Good. We will come today. Watson, please get your coat. We are going to Lord Harrington's house." I stood up. I put on my coat. I was excited. I always enjoyed working with Holmes. Every case was an adventure. Every case was a puzzle. We left our apartment. We took a horse-drawn carriage. The journey took about an hour. Lord Harrington's house was in the countryside. It was a beautiful house. It was made of old stone. It had tall windows. It had a big garden. It looked like a castle. Lord Harrington opened the door. He said, "Welcome to my home, Mr. Holmes. Please come inside." We entered the house. The inside was beautiful. There were expensive carpets. There were beautiful paintings. There was a big fireplace. The house smelled of wood and flowers. Lord Harrington took us to the library. He said, "Please sit down. I will bring my wife. I want you to talk to her. She is very upset. She wants to help." He left the room. Holmes started walking around the room. He looked at everything. He touched things. He examined things. He was looking for clues. He said, "Watson, look at this room. It is a large room. There are many people here last night. There were about 20 guests. It is possible that someone took the necklace while everyone was busy. It would not be difficult." I said, "But who would do such a thing? They are all friends and family." Holmes said, "People can surprise you, Watson. Even friends can be thieves. Greed is a powerful thing. Money makes people do bad things." The door opened. Lord Harrington came in. He was with his wife. Lady Harrington was a beautiful woman. She had dark hair. She had sad eyes. She was wearing a simple dress. Lord Harrington said, "Mr. Holmes, this is my wife, Lady Harrington." Lady Harrington sat down. She looked at Holmes. She said, "Mr. Holmes, I am so happy you are here. Please find my necklace. I cannot sleep. I cannot eat. I am so worried." Holmes said, "I will do my best, Lady Harrington. Please tell me about last night. Did you notice anything unusual?" Lady Harrington said, "Everything was normal. We had a wonderful party. Everyone was happy. I was wearing my necklace. I felt beautiful. I talked to many guests. I danced with some of them." Holmes said, "Who did you dance with?" Lady Harrington thought. She said, "I danced with my husband. I danced with Mr. Blackwood. I danced with a few other men. Nothing strange happened." Holmes said, "What about Mr. Blackwood? Did he seem normal?" Lady Harrington hesitated. She said, "He was a little strange. He was quiet. He did not talk much. He kept looking at the necklace. I thought it was strange, but I did not think anything of it at the time." Holmes wrote in his notebook. He said, "This is important. Mr. Blackwood was looking at the necklace. He was quiet. He was nervous. He has money problems. These are interesting facts." He stood up. He said, "I want to talk to Mr. Blackwood. Where can I find him?" Lord Harrington said, "He lives in the city. He has a house in London. I can give you his address." Holmes said, "Good. We will visit him tomorrow. But first, let me see the room where the party was held. Let me see the place where the necklace was taken." Lord Harrington took us to the ballroom. It was a big room. There were many chairs. There was a large table. There were decorations everywhere. The room was still beautiful from the party. Holmes walked around the room. He looked at the floor. He looked at the tables. He looked at the windows. He was very careful. He did not miss anything. Suddenly, he stopped. He bent down. He picked up something from the floor. It was small. It was shiny. He said, "Watson, look at this." "What do you see?" I looked at the object. It was a small button. It was made of gold. It had a small mark on it. I said, "It is a button. A gold button." Holmes said, "Yes, a gold button. But look at the mark. It is a special mark. This is from a tailor. A tailor in London. This is a very expensive button. Only rich people wear buttons like this." Lord Harrington looked at the button. He said, "I do not recognize it. It is not from my clothes." Holmes said, "Exactly. It is not from your clothes. It is from someone else. Someone who was in this room. Someone who lost a button. Perhaps the thief." He put the button in his pocket. He said, "This is a good clue. We are making progress." He continued to search. He looked under the table. He looked behind the curtains. He found nothing else. He said, "We need to talk to the staff. We need to talk to the servants. They might have seen something. They might know something." Lord Harrington called the servants. They all came to the room. There were 5 servants. They all looked nervous. They all looked worried. Holmes asked each of them questions. He asked, "Did you see anything unusual last night? Did you see anyone near Lady Harrington? Did you see anyone acting strangely?" All of them said no. They said they were busy. They said they did not notice anything strange. They were all honest. They all seemed nervous. Holmes thanked them. He said, "We are done for today. We will come back tomorrow. We will talk to Mr. Blackwood. We will find the truth." Lord Harrington said, "Thank you, Mr. Holmes. Please find the necklace. I trust you." We left the house. We got into the carriage. We started our journey back to London. I looked at Holmes. I said, "What do you think, Holmes? Who is the thief?" Holmes said, "There are many suspects, Watson. Mr. Blackwood is a suspect. He has money problems. He was nervous. He was looking at the necklace. These are strong clues. But we cannot be sure yet." He paused. He said, "There is something else. The gold button. It is a clue. The thief lost a button. We need to find out who it belongs to. We need to find the tailor. We need to find out who buys these buttons." I said, "That is a good plan, Holmes. But we have another suspect. The servants? Could one of them be the thief?" Holmes said, "Possibly. But servants do not wear gold buttons. They wear simple clothes. This is a rich person's button. The thief is rich. The thief is someone who was at the party. I think Mr. Blackwood is a good suspect." He looked out of the carriage window. He was thinking deeply. He said, "Tomorrow, we will visit Mr. Blackwood. We will ask him questions. We will look at his clothes. We will see if he is missing a button. That is how we will find the truth." I nodded. I said, "This is a fascinating case, Holmes. I am glad I am here with you." Holmes smiled. He said, "The game is on, Watson. The game is on." The carriage continued through the fog. The streets of London were dark, but I felt excitement in my heart. We were on the trail of the thief. We were close to the truth. I could feel it. This is the end of part 1 of the case of the missing necklace. In part 2, Holmes and I will visit Mr. Blackwood. We will ask him questions. We will look for clues. We will get closer to the truth. I cannot wait. But for now, I will rest. I will think about the case. I will try to solve it in my mind. What do you think? Who is the thief? Is it Mr. Blackwood? Is it one of the servants? Or is it someone else? Think about it. Think about the clues. Think about the gold button. Think about the missing necklace. We will return soon with the next part of the story. We will solve the mystery. We will find the truth. Thank you for listening to Dark Tales on our channel, Elevate English. We hope you enjoyed the story. We hope you are excited for the next part. See you in part 2. Goodbye, and good luck.